Shameful. Absolutely shameful. England have just lost 4-0 to Hungary. 4 to Hungary. Can't even put it into words how embarrassing that is. That is the worst I've seen England play. The worst. 2-1 loss to Iceland. Fair enough. That's a horrendous defeat. But at least Iceland, like, don't get me wrong, Hungary had a bit about them tonight, and so did Iceland on the night. But there's a difference between losing 2-1 to Iceland and 4-0 to Hungary. And we had our best side out virtually tonight. We had not our best side, but a strong side. We had Harry Kane playing. We had Bukayo Saka. We had Raheem Sterling coming off the bench. Same with Phil Foden and Mason Mount. We also had Calvin Phillips in midfield, John Stones, Kyle Walker, Reece James. This is a strong side. This is a side full of Premier League footballers that should not be even dropping points to Hungary. Like, the Hungarian team is made up of players who aren't bad, don't get me wrong. They a lot of them play in, the top European leagues. But there is no way on this planet England should be losing 4-0 to Hungary. We've conceded 6 goals this international break and scored 1 poxy penalty. This is ridiculously bad. And I think I stuck up for Southgate again in the Italy one, but Southgate just got it ridiculously wrong tonight. On the left-hand side, we had Reece James playing left-back and Bukayo Saka playing left wing. Now, why on earth, against Italy, are we playing Sterling and Grealish, but then against Hungary we're playing Saka and Bowen? Saka and Bowen are 2 right wingers, or players who prefer to play on the right. Grealish and Sterling are 2 players who prefer to come from the left. Now, surely you pick 1 right winger to go with 1 left winger. You don't play both right wingers and both left wingers at the same time. It makes no sense whatsoever. And why are we playing so negative against Hungary? We don't need 3 central midfielders in Bellingham, Gallagher and Phillips. Go for it a little bit. Our attacking highlight of the game was Kane producing a good header, to be fair. It was quite close, and it nearly dipped in, but hit the bar. That's as close as we came. Foden also had a shot in the second half, but other than that, and a Bowen header in the first half, there was very little. Another just ridiculously bad performance. Every single game this if you want to call it a tournament, we've been average at best. Tonight it was shocking. But Hungary, fair play to Hungary, they got the win and they deserved it. The first goal came from Salah, and so did the second. The second one was just absolutely poor to concede from a throw-in like that. Calvin Phillips was just that was just piss poor from him to let the Hungarian substitute, I think it was called Adam, just win the ball off him that easily and play it to Salah for his second of the game. And the first one, Stones has got to be getting to the header, and Harry Kane produces a complete air shot, so it was just a defensive nightmare. And Ramsdale, there's not a lot he can do about it. It's really well taken shot, and he can't react in time, and you wouldn't expect him to. Jesus. The third one, brilliant cross, and Nego would have been disappointed not to score the header, but on the rebound, Adam set up. I think it was Nagy who produced a cracking strike, to be fair. again gave Ramsdale very little chance of saving it to make it 3-0. And the fourth one, just too easy for it to be, the pass to be slid through. And the Hungarian player, I wasn't even focusing on who it was, but he chips Ramsdale. And the defensive line was just all over the place. Now, don't get me wrong, there's too many games in a season, but that is not an excuse for losing 4-0 to Hungary. The players weren't good enough, and the tactics from Southgate weren't good enough. I'm not in the camp of sack Southgate, because he's done a decent job. He deserves to be at the World Cup with England. He deserves that, based on the performance at the previous two major tournaments. But I think if we don't have a good World Cup, and by a good World Cup I mean at least quarters, then I think questions probably will start to be asked of Southgate. But oh my God, I've never seen anything that bad. Like, since I've been supporting England. I've been supporting England since about 2008, and the worst it's got before tonight was the Iceland game, or possibly the draw against Slovenia in 2000, not Slovenia, Algeria in 2010. But this is definitely a new low, I personally think. And yeah, I mean, as it stands, we're looking like we're probably going to get relegated from this group. We have to do something against Germany and Italy in September to make sure we don't, because we're currently stuck on 2 points. I don't know what points all the other teams are on. I think Hungary are on 6 now. Italy are on 4. And I think Germany might now be... No, Italy will be on 5. And I think Germany might now be on 7, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure, but it's not looking likely that we're going to be going... Definitely won't be going to the semi-finals. But, I mean, we might even get relegated still, so... Jesus. And that'll mean we get a tougher group for qualification for the Euros, I think, based on the seedings. So, yeah, not great for England. And John Stones, I mean, what I will say, though, is John Stones, his red card was a joke. It wasn't a foul. The Hungarian player ran into him, and, yeah, just ridiculous. But, I mean, England had long lost the game at that point. I cannot believe it. 4-0 to Hungary. 4-0. I was watching this game with a Man United fan. He said this is what it's been like for a year for me. And I can't even put it, like, imagine how that must feel. 4-0 to Hungary. Like, if you put, I don't know, Armenia against Hungary, are Hungary going to beat them 4-0? I'm not even sure. I don't think they would. That's how bad this is. Right, I'm done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.